This is an Arab. This is Sudan is a Hamite. These are this could be Mizraim because them Sudanites are Mizraim because those are the Egyptians that fled downward. And that picture that I just had was a great picture. Where did I put it? Here, this one. It's a great example. Yeah, so Patros. So yeah, you have that here. So you have all our people that was living here. All of our people. A lot of our people, not all of them, you know. A lot of them were living there, you know. And let me see. Okay, so now going on to Isaiah 11 again. I can click this away. And then you will have. Okay, and from Patros, and from Cush, and from Elam. So you have Israelites living in the midst of them. You have Israelite living in the midst of them. And from Shinar, which is Babylon. You have Israelites living in the midst of them. That's what it says. It says, the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people. This never happened in the history of history itself. It never happened. It never happened. It will happen because it shows you also right here, the book of Jeremiah 16, verse 16, 15. No, 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But Yahweh liveth, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. So, this never happened before. The land of the north is America. North America, for example. But not just North America, actually. It's basically all the lands of the world, you know? Because if you think about it, the closer you come to the north, the colder it gets. That's why if you go to upper... Here. That's why if you go to here... Yeah, sure. So that's what. Where is it? I just saw it here. That's why when you start going upward, it's gonna get colder. So these are the southern ones. They're warmer. You know, here Europe is a little bit cold also, but it's not as cold as here, bro. I'll tell you that. Because Denmark is here, right? So let me show you. Sweden on the map. You get a better map. You had Norway. That's what I'm looking for, actually, not Sweden. Norway. So, Norway, you can see these lights and stuff like that. But Norway is cold as shit, boy. It's cold over there. It's kind of cold. It's kind of cold over there. Norway temperature in the winter. Norway temperature. But it's a different kind of cold, actually. So 10 degrees and below 0 Celsius. Some places can experience a bone chilling minus 40 degrees Celsius. So what is 40 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? For the people that don't understand. Oh, here. 104 minus 104. Minus 104 degrees Fahrenheit. So minus 40 degrees Celsius. That's pain. That's knuckle pain and toe pain. You know, if you're dressed good, you could take it. You could take it. But the fingers and the toes, that's gonna kind of hurt if you stand still, especially if you stand still. Why'd you go there? Go there for a moment, you know, and then just stand still for an hour. Yeah, you'd be dead. Okay, you might not die, but it's really gonna hurt you. It's really gonna hurt you, you know. So yeah, it's cold over there, but the more you go down, the warmer it becomes. So the land of the North, North America. But our people are there in Sweden too, you know, and Norway. Sorry, I always say Sweden. I mean Norway, where the Northern Lights are. Yeah, you know, Norway, Northern Lights. Right. So this haven't happened yet, but this scripture is exactly this. That's what the Lord is going to do. So it's and all the lands from all the lands where He had driven them. That's here. Also, you those two scriptures are, or you can precept them together. Right. So and verse 12. Right. No. And from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath, which is in the midst of these. And Hamath is actually Lebanon. Wait, let me see something here. I'm going to here. Wait, sorry. You have a Hamath in Israel also, as you can see here clearly. Hamath, clearly there's one there, but that's not the one that this is talking about. And by the way, let me just Hamath, which is Lebanon. It's also spelled Hamath. Yeah, there's a place in Syria that's called Hamath. There's a place in Israel that's called Hamath. So it's not talking about that one. It's actually this one, which is this one, which is this Heth, which is Lebanon. Heth. Hamath. Hamath, which is Heth. Wait, let me see something. Let me double check something. Genesis 10, and then you had one of the sons of. Wait, sorry, Genesis 10. Which one was it again? Heth. Here, that's what I was looking for. Canaan. Heth, let me see, 15. Genesis 10 and 15. If I'm correct, that's it. Let me double check it just to be sure. Heth. Yeah, but the Hittites, yeah. But Canaanitish Hittites, yes. Let me see. Chath. And the other one was Hamath. Chath and Hamath. Chath and Hamath. Let me see. Chawamath. No. Chathathath. Chathatha. Canaanite, yeah, I know. But Lebanon. Wait, let me show it. Lebanon. Here, let me read it. Deuteronomy chapters 1 verse 7. Turn you and take your journey and go to the mount of the Amorites and unto all the places nigh thereunto, close thereby, close unto that mountain, in the plain, in the hills, and in the vale. The vale, which is I think valley, and in the south, and by the sea side, and by the seaside, to the land of the Canaanites, and unto Lebanon, and unto the great river, the river Euphrates, Mount Lebanon. But you had the Hamites there. That's the point. The point is that the Hamites were there. Lebanon had Hamites. Let me show you. Where did I put it then? Here. Tyre and Phoenice. No. This is there. Yeah. This is it. Wait. This. Yeah, Lebanon. Yeah, Lebanon Mountain. See? You had the Phoenicians there. Yeah, this is Tyre and Sidon. We took over that place, as you can see here. Tyre and Sidon, but here Sidon. So Sidon stops here, and then when you go a little bit upward, it will go. Whoa, where did I just put it? I wasn't paying attention where I put it, sorry. Oh, yeah. Here, Sidon. And then you go upward. And then where, oh yeah, Bilas, here. Bilas, Gabal, which are the Gebalites. Gebalites, which is this one. Let me see here. Gabal. Psalms 83. Psalms 83. Then you will see here Gebal. And that's them. They. These Hamites over here. And the Giblites. Here. Joshua 13 and 5. The land of the Giblites. And all Lebanon. See? So it's this. It's the Hamites. They were there. So these Arabs that call themselves Lebanese, they're not the Lebanese. The real Lebanites are Hamites. And who is now in that land? The Arabians. They're all up in here. They're the ones that are all up in here because they took it over. You know, Gibal is Biblos. You know, because Biblos is a Greek word. Biblos is a here. Byblos is a Greek name for the Phoenicians, and the Phoenicians are Canaanites. Here, I'm going to show you that also. Phoenicians. The Phoenicians prefer to call themselves Canaanites, and their country is Canaan. That's what it is. And who are the Canaanites? Okay, who are the Phoenicians? Sorry. The Phoenicians are, let me get that for you. So here you had the king of Tyre. Sorry. You had the king of Tyre, right? Which is at the coast, which I just showed. I'm going to show you again. Here, you had Tyre and Sidon. We took that. These are Canaanites. These are Canaanites. These are Canaanites. And you can see that here, which is, oh man, where did I click it again? Oh, here. Oh yeah, here. Okay. Joshua chapter 19, verse 29. Here, the word Tyre. Then you go down here, of the Phoenician city of the Mediterranean coast. That's them, Tyre. So, who are they? They're the Canaanites, but they're called by the white people. They're called Phoenicians. That's what they're called by the Greeks, the so-called Caucasus people, the so-called white people. They call them how they want them to. For example, Japan. How do they don't call themselves Japanese, bro. They call themselves Nihonjin or Nihon or Nippon. Nippon is English for Nihon. Nihonjin. Chinese people also don't call themselves Chinese. Wait, here. Nihon or Nippon. Nippon is English. Is Japanese. This is this word in the English, if I'm correct. Yeah, because they don't say Nippon, they say Nihon. Right. Both reading come from the Onyomi. Yeah, I never heard them say Nippon. Nippon is what I have kind of caught from them, I caught it. I noticed it, let me say that. I noticed that when they say this one, they mean they wanna Englify the word. Englishify this word. They want to Englify it. Englishify it. I don't know how you say it, but they want to make it sound. They want to English it. They want to make it Englishish. Okay, so let me go on. So these are the Phoenicians. So Lebanon is Phoenicians. Lebanon is Hamites. Yeah, Phoenicians, Canaanites. So this is Ahmad. Basically, the point is that you will have Israelites in the midst of them. That's the point. Yeah, it goes to Hamath and Hamath and all that there. But, yeah, sometimes they spell it Hamath and all that. But let me show you something. Which is here, which is Hebrew. No, Psalms 83. These are Hamites. Psalms 83 and, well, not Gabal, but Diary. No, that's not what I'm looking for. What? Sorry. I was wrong. Wrong place. Isaiah 11 and 11. Hamath. I looked it up one time. Upper Syria, the house of Rechab. So you have here Upper Syria in the valley of Ontodens. Right? Hamath. I say Upper Syria. But I looked it up. It was the Hamites. Wait, let me see. Hamath the Great. Word. Okay, Upper Syria, right? So who was there? The Hamites. The Hamites were there. Wait, let me get a great picture. But yeah, you know, let me see. No, here. No. Wait. Oh. Yeah, here. Look here. So okay, so check this out. This was the other side of the river, which would then be in the land of Syria, yeah. But you had the Hamites, which was living here, Lebanon and stuff like that. The Hamites were there. But you could say, just like how you have, what I just showed you with the Sudanese people, what do? They intermingle with one another. The Cushites was intermingling with the Mizraim, which basically was the Sudanese people also was making children with Cush. So yeah. So they're doing that because they live close to each other at the border. So they was doing stuff to each other, which is not far fetched because nowadays aren't our people intermingling with the Caucasian people? If you go to a neighborhood where more Caucasus people are, then don't expect your children to 100% choose their own race because they're amongst them. Of course they're gonna choose them as wives and for so-called boyfriends and stuff like that, which is dangerous in itself, especially if you have daughters, and then your daughter comes around with some kind of heathen nation, Caucasus, whatever, man. You know, I wouldn't like it. You know, but yeah. So yeah. These people, Hamath. Wilderness of Zin. And by the way, you have different places of Hamath. So you have a Hamath in Israel. You have a Hamath down there in the wilderness of Zin, which is close by the river of Egypt. So yeah. Anyway, let me go on. Basically, okay. So just for not confusion's sake, you could just say this is Assyria, but yeah. Keep in mind that the Hamites were there. Keep that in mind. And from the islands of the sea. So basically, the point is, over the world, the Israelites will be gathered up and brought into the land of Israel. So going on. Acts chapter 2 verse 5. And they were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men, out of every nation under heaven. Now when this was noised abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded, because that every man heard them speak in his own language. And they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, Behold, are not these which speak Galileans? Back in the days, you didn't have people that spoke multiple languages. School, to a certain degree, It was there, but it was more for the privileged people. That's why you see, for example, in the time of Paul, he could speak different languages because he had a tutor. Gamaliel, I forgot his name, sorry. But he was taught. He could also speak different languages, and they were shocked, like, what? You speak Greek? I didn't know you speak Greek. What? Huh? How? Aren't you that? Aren't you that African? Aren't you that Hamite? It's 22. Let me see something. Acts 22:25. And as they bound him with thongs, Paul said unto the centurion that stood by, is it lawful for you to scourge a man that is a Roman and uncondemned? When the centurion heard that, he went and told the chief captain, saying, take heed, watch out what thou doest, for this man is a Roman. Then the chief captain came and said unto him, tell me, art thou a Roman? He said, yea. So clearly he wasn't a white person, because the Caucasus, they're known as the Romans, right? Wouldn't they therefore 100% spot him as one? They didn't. They didn't. Because he was not a Caucasus guy. He was an Israelite. But he was of Roman citizenship. That's why that stupid boy, when he went to that basketball boy, when he went to, or that thing that took testosterone, I don't know what the hell that thing is. When that creature went to this thing, when this thing here went to America, what did this thing do? Look at this giant. Get the hell out of here, man. This I don't know what the fuck it is, boy. I'm telling you, it's a big beast, I'll tell you that. But anyway, when this little tang when this little tang went over to Russia, what did they do? They kind of fought for her, right? Because it's a famous thing, and it is an American thing, you know, with a chest flatter than I don't know, man. Let me leave that alone. Let me leave it alone, right? But I'm looking for something art. Here. What is it? 21. I wasn't there. I was in 22. Yeah. I was in 22. Sorry about that. 21. Now it says here. This one. And Paul, so it's Acts 21 and 37. And as Paul was to be led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain, may I speak unto thee? Who said, canst thou speak Greek? Yeah, so clearly he didn't look like a Greek. He didn't look like a Roman citizen either. Art thou not that Egyptian? What does it say right there? Let me look up in the Hebrew. I actually never looked that up, because I know what it is. Egyptian. Acts 21, right? Acts 21 and 38. Egyptian. But this is Greek. So Greek 124. Yeah, an Egyptian. But yeah, what Egyptian? Egyptians. Yeah, this one is Greek. This one is also Greek. But we know exactly what it says in the Hebrew. You know, it says Mizraim, Matazarayim, but Mizraim is a Hamite. So what? What did they call him? Ain't you that Hamite, that guy? How can you speak Greek? Clearly, if he looked like a Caucasus male, then they wouldn't be surprised for him talking Greek, speaking Greek, right? So that sure shows you what he was. What he looked like, at least. Art thou not that Egyptian which before these days made us an uproar and led us out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers? But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus, a city in Cilicia, a citizen of no mean city, And I beseech thee. So his city had a good reputation, because if you say, like, for example, yeah, I'm from O Block, people are already gonna look at you like, oh, okay, these types are from there. I don't want this guy in my house, because I don't know, I'm rich, and I don't want this guy in my house, because he might rob us and steal. But if you say, like, oh, I'm from Beverly Hills, and some prestigious place in Beverly Hills, oh yeah, you can come to my house, yeah, go ahead, right. And I beseech thee, suffer me to speak unto the people. And then later on, he spoke in the Hebrew tongue. Paul spoke into the Hebrew tongue, and then they listened even more. And when there was made a great silence, he spake unto them in the Hebrew tongue, saying, verse 20, chapter 22, verse 2, and when they had heard that he spake in the Hebrew tongue to them, they kept the more silence. And he said, he said, I am a Jew. But here, which is Romans 10. No, was it Romans 10? Maybe it was Romans 11 then. Oh yeah, it was Romans 11. Romans 11 and 1. I say then, had Yahweh cast away his people? Yahweh forbid. For I also am an Israelite, of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. So, Paul clearly says that he's from Benjamin, but clearly he says here he's a Jew. So what is he? Is he from the tribe of Judah, or is he of the tribe of Benjamin? No, he just told them, because they're white people. He told them, like, listen, I'm a Jew, because they wouldn't understand anyway. That's like you being from any of the tribes of Africa, and then you talk to, let me see. You had the Maroon people, right? Let me get another example. Maroon. You had the Maroon people, Jamaican Maroons. They were not enslaved. These people were not slaves. They're not slaves. We are. Yeah, I'm a slave descendant. They're not. I came from a boat. They didn't. They was already here. The Maroons was already here on this side of the world. They was already here. These people were already here. They keep the customs, and some of them in Suriname, they have the same language as the let me see, this guy. There was a video an African man, he went to, it was a YouTube video, I saw it. There was an African man that went to Suriname, and then he spoke his language. Here, I am a Ghanaian, and I can understand almost everything the man said. See, they can understand each other. This is the land. This is the language. Wow. This is the language that they have there in Suriname, one of the languages. I can't really understand everything he says, but I can understand a little bit. Trust me, when I say a little bit, it's like real small. But anyway, so you have these people in Suriname. They can actually... Koshi, Misa tell you that?
No. You know something? No. What make?
Misa tell you that because Misa tell you that? Misa tell you that. So I would say Misa tell you that. He says.
Tell you that. Yes, tell me.
Misa tell you. What? Wait a minute. He's speaking.
No. You know something? No. What make? What make?
Here.
Bernard and the culture he represents.
Yeah, basically you have these type of people that I can't understand 100% what he said, man. But I would say Misa Tegi that. That's what I would say. But then but that's not the language, by the way. Their language. This is their language. This one. This one is kind of mine. So he speaks mine, but I can't really speak his. Because they don't teach you that. Fuck these people, man, in Suriname, man. Because in the schools, what do they teach you? Dutch. They don't teach you this. I was supposed to be learning this. But the other one, there's another one over there also, which I can understand a little bit more, which is Alkans, right? But anyway, I can understand that one a little bit more. And the one that I speak, everybody speaks that. That's like the national language or something like that, you know? Even the coolies speak it. You have the Chinese, they speak it. Everybody speaks it, but not everybody speaks what he's speaking, I'll tell you that. And, you know, but you can learn it, of course. If you are around them, you can learn it. But yeah, so, yeah, back in the days, we didn't speak a lot of languages and stuff like that. So the people were amazed when everybody started to speak their language, which is, let me see, Acts chapter 2. Acts chapter 2, verse. So I have a point. Acts chapter 2, which all speak Galileans, at chapter 2, verse 8. And how hear we every man in our own tongue wherein we were born, because they had the Holy Spirit. That's why. The Parthians and Medes. So you had Israelites living among the Medes, which is Japhetic people, right? And the Parthians is, I think I just showed you that. Let me see. Parthian. Here. Parthians. Which is, here are the Medes, Medes, Parthians. How can I say? It's basically people living in this region, and nowadays they would look kind of Arabian, they would look kind of Arab, they would look kind of East Indian, Persian, which is the same thing. These two are the same people. This one is Kush, but nowadays you have Arab type of people living here. They all look kind of Arabian. You saw those are the people because they're mixed up, right? So you had the Medes, Elamites, Elam. You had Israelites, because it says right here, Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven. And what are those nations by name? Parthians, the Medes, and Elamites, and dwellers of Mesopotamia, and in Judea, and Cappadocia, in Pontus, and Asia, and Phrygia, and Pamphylia, in Egypt. So you had in Mizraim, it should say. And in the parts of Libya about Cyrene, and the strangers of Rome, that you had Jews as living in Rome, Jews and proselytes. And by the way, when it says Judea, it's talking about the region. You had Israelites coming from those regions. And then you had the Jews and proselytes. Okay, I wanted to sneeze, sorry. And Crets, which were, and Arabians, which were, the Crets were, Hamites were there. I'm going to show you this one. This. Hamites were here. This is one of the sons of Mizraim. In the book of Genesis 10. No, not sons of Mizraim, sorry. The brothers of the Mizraimites, actually. Which is Genesis 10 and Gen 10. Which is here, Mizraim. Here. Yeah. There was the brothers of the Philistines. They are Mizraim. Yeah, they are Mizraim. These people. Which are the Cretites or something like that. Crets is land. Here. Cretites is land. Here. As you can see here. They call it Crete now. Crete. But it's Crets in the English. This is Cyprus, where I think how you call him again? Paul. I think Paul was here. He learned here or something like that. Cilicia here. Let me see something. Okay, I'm not gonna go into it right now. Let me leave that. But if I'm correct, it was here. So Paul went also here for the teachings. He went here for the teachings. You know, he went all over these places. I'll do another video about that. and concerning where Cilicia is, because Cilicia is here, if I'm correct. If I'm correct. So yeah, and then here is Judea, you know. And of course, Lebanon. He went to there also, because Israelites were there also. And of course, Syria is right here, and you had the water here separating that. And then here, somewhere there was that place that I was talking about. But anyway, there's the Credits, and who were here? Hamites were here in the beginning, and then now, of course, Credits people are these type of people, the Arabian-looking people. Now they're Arab-looking, Syrian-looking, you know, these type of people. Because you have Syrians that look like this. Let me show you. See? They look like that. They look like Arabs sometime, kind of Arabian and stuff like that. Even East European kind of look like that. But if you, like I said, if you look at them, you're gonna see Arab-looking people. You know, you have, of course, darker skinned ones. You can clearly see that she's of a browner skin. And here, you know, you can clearly see this one also. So, his father or his mother is dark. At least a little bit browner than the other ones. Sorry. Let me see something. Okay, enough of this. So the Kretz people are now kind of Arabianish, like, but they used to be the Hamites that were there. Right, okay, so enough of this. So the Israelites were there, and the Arabians were there. Among the Arabians, sorry, you had Israelites, because it was devout men, Jews, dwelling at Jerusalem, out of every nation under heaven, which includes out of the nation of the Cretes, out of the nation of the Arabians, out of the nation of the Romans. Of course, the Jews themselves and proselytes were there also. Out of the nation of Cappadocia, out of the nation of Pontus, of course, out of the land of Judea itself, out of Libya, which the Hamites were there, out of Cyrene, I forgot where that is again. Then northeast Libya, Cyrene, Libya. Okay, Libya. Right. Let me see the map. Here, Libya, which is Pantros. You know, that whole region over there. Yeah. I misspelled it. Pantros. Damn it. Okay, leave it. I already showed it. Yeah, the Parthians. I think this was Iran, if I'm correct. Parthian, ancient location. This is Iran. Near the Euphrates and stuff like that, but nowhere. This is because, yeah, wait. This is the region. Parthians, here. This is that region. Persia. This is the Parthian region. So, yeah. And here, more pinpointy. Parthia, which is this region over here, which I also showed on the map, by the way. Showed on the map here. Here, Parthia. That place. It's not really Iran, but yeah, it's in that neighborhood. They look, these Parthian people just look like that too. Parthian people. Parthia. I don't want the empire, and I don't want picture of these type of pictures. Yeah, I don't trust these things. Well, where did I just see it? Here. These things are lying. They're lying to you, because the people over there were darker, of a darker hue, you know, the darker skin. I just want that land. Modern day Parthia is east here. See, East Iranian. So it is Iran. Eastern Iran people. Shit, I should put people. I looked all these things up. I'm not, you know. Sometimes I remember good and sometimes I don't. But I looked it up. I looked it up one time, you know. So these people are the Parthians. These Iranian type people, Iran and stuff like that, you know. Here, yeah, see, this is better. Here, this, if you check out this region, it's Iran. And this is east, and this is, of course, west side, like LA and New York. So this is East Iran, and the Parthians are there. Here, Parthians, which is East Iran. Yeah, so, okay, cool. The east of Iran, let's say that. So you had them, and okay, let me leave that, and let me leave that away. So yeah, Iranians, basically, you had Jews living among them. Do you think that they look like so-called Negroes nowadays? No, they don't. They don't look like so-called Negroes anymore. They mixed up, you know? They mixed up. And the Lord is going to gather the Israelites that look like this. You might hate it. I don't. You might, because a lot of people might not like it, especially the so-called, all tribes are black. Really? That's not true. You're gonna have, you're gonna have people that look like this. Look like this. Don't you already have it now? And of course you have, here, of course you have Edomites in the midst of us. Of course you have that. But you're going to have Puerto Ricans looking like this. And you're going to have Puerto Ricans looking like this. And most of the time, the darker they are, the more messed up, the more poor their life could be. Because you won't really see white-skinned Puerto Ricans living in huts like this. Self-made houses. Not made by the government, but self-made by most likely their grandparents or their parents or their great-grandparents and stuff like that, and living in these type of regions, you know, on these type of lands, living off of the land instead of living in this, like government-made buildings and stuff like that. You're not gonna find that. You're gonna find these Afro ones living in these type of houses. I'm not saying that they're always poor, but something happened to where the Heavenly Father allowed this. You see, this is their time now. The so-called light skins on the planet Earth, this is their time now. You know, it might come over fucked up if I say it like that, but if you go to Suriname also, the darker skins are the ones that are more not living as the whiter skins one. I'll tell you that. You know, I'll tell you that. These ones are living far more better than these ones, which I have no problem with, because like I said, everyone has their lot, and then the Lord is he's gonna set up everything back in order. Then this is gonna be down and this is gonna be up, but among ourselves it will not be so. So everybody will get their treatment according to how the Heavenly Father set it up. And the heathen nations, they're gonna beg to have this skin color. They're gonna beg because it's gonna be put on top back again. And if you don't like it, then yeah, we will see. You know, but the Israelites are this color right now, all of them. Yes, even this one. People of the Cretes and stuff like that, and among the Medes, which is these people. Villages. You have in those lands, Japan, Negritas. That's what they call them. Negritas. In where was it? There was a city in one of these places that is called Negritas or something like that. Negrito. Yeah, I think it's Negrito. Wait, let me. You have, yeah, these people. You have them living in what, Thailand? If I'm correct, it's Thailand, Southeast Asia. They call them negritos. They're calling them niggas, and they are. Well, not nigger, but yeah. They live in Southeast Asia and stuff like that. They call them basically niggers. That's what they calling them. They call them black people, and these people are not accepted in those regions of the Philippines. Negritos in Philippines. Yeah, it's them. So these people are most likely Israelites because they don't like them. They live in the Philippines, by the way. And the Filipino people, they don't like them. Of course, nobody likes the dark-skinned people in this world nowadays. So the dark-skinned people have been put down. That's the point. But anyway, excuse me. So, but you have all the Israelites that will be gathered from among them. So don't forget that part. Don't let it get to your head. Like all the tribes will 100% look like the so-called this. Nothing with the Lord is impossible, but in this case it is impossible. Why? Because this is going on. This is happening. You're gonna have Israelites looking like this, and you need to understand it, man. And you need to understand it and accept it. Even though some of them hate your guts, like Doja Cat, speaking evil about dark skin. I want them dead. By the way, I'm not gonna lie about that. I have no problem saying that. So I don't want them to exist. But if they are cool with the so-called father side of their family, then it's good. I have no problem with it. But if they pick their mother side, yeah, they racist toward dark skinned people and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, catch me outside. How about that? So, and this is not an Israelite. This is a tear baby. But also, what could be a possibility? No, not this one, because I just look at him and be like, nah, that's a goddamn tear baby. But if it was to be like this, Blake Griffin son, let's say Blake Griffin's son, right? Which looks like an Edomite, but he's not, because his grandfather is a dark-skinned man. His grandfather is a dark-skinned man, which is his father. Which is his father. So he's a Haitian. So this guy is a Haitian. So his grandson is what? A Haitian. It don't matter which womb he came out of, which between legs he came out, it don't matter. He's a Haitian, and his brother is a Haitian, and his daughters, his daughters with this also Caucasus female, this is an Edomite. These children are Israelites, whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not. They're Israelites, and the Lord is going to gather them from among the heathen nations, as he saith, and he's not a liar. So his word is bound and bond. Okay. And with that mustache, he looked like a Caucasus male. I'm telling you, kind of. If you stare at his face, you'd be like, "No, that guy ain't white." But that mustache kind of helps him to look kind of Caucasus. And this was him too when he was young, and this is his son. He kind of looks like his son, his son kind of looks like him. You know what I'm saying? He actually really looks like him, minus the orange hair, which is kind of brownish to a certain degree. But it's orange. If you look at it here, it's brown. But if you look at it in the light, it's orange. Just like Autumn. They love taking pictures in the autumn, so that's why I put them. She wears brown because it matches her orange brownish hair along with the leaves, which is yellow, brown, reddish. You also have reddish when it's really getting old, but you have brown, and that's the point. Brown, that's the hair color. Kind of orange to a certain degree, if you look at it from a different angle. Some of them have really bright orange, but it's kind of brown, man. I know what I see. I don't know if you see it too. I hope you do. So there's no such thing as redheads. It's orange or brown-ish. So, enough talking. Let me go on. Sorry about that. Now, this is the book of Joshua, chapter 15, verse 20. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Judah according to their families. And the othermost cities of the tribe of the children of Judah toward the coast of Edom, southward of Kabzeel and Eder and Jagur, which is here. Edom was here, and then the coast of our stops here concerning Edom. Okay, going on. Maybe did I miss something here? Let me see. I think I covered everything. Wait, let me see. What is here? I saw Benjamin here. Okay, Judah. Yeah, Benjamin, Jericho, Benjamin land. Which, if you don't know where this is, it's here. It's this, the blue. Here, it's this. That's what I'm looking at right now. Here, this one, Opera or Oprah Winfrey. Yeah, you can see that. Oh, it's not mentioned there. Okay, cool. The Gibeonites, they were there, yes. And they was living in the midst of us too. So I have a scripture on that too. Not living in the midst of us, but what's going to happen to the Canaanites that are living in the midst of us until this day. You have the Geshurites, because don't forget, our daughters have made children with the Geshurites and have made children with the Machites, which are Aram, Syrians, you could say. Syrians, Aramites, Arameans, stuff like that. So I think what's Kim Kardashian again? Armenia? Kim? From where? No. Yeah, Dutch. Their mother is the, yeah, you don't matter. Your father, that's what matters. Armenian, yeah. She's an Aram. She's a Syrian, this female. Oh, where is she? No, not her. This one. I actually know a girl that looks like this. But anyway, so she's a Syrian, this female. This one too. These are Aram. But anyway, enough of this. Let me go on. She's a Syrian actually. So, and our men can't. Did you know that because of her, a lot of these these Aram, I should say, the region of Aram, the Armenians, did you know that a lot of women from there, all of a sudden, they already like Jake, but now they're bold with it. Whether you believe it or not. Because of her, they're bold with it now against their men. So that's funny. But anyway, so now going back to over here. I'm just saying what I see, okay? I'm not, doing. But anyway, 22. And these are the villages, right? Joshua 15 and 22. And okay, I'm not going to read all these names because I'm going to stutter. I'll just read the important ones. And Hezron, which is Hazor. So Hezron was called Hazor. It's known as Hazor, but it was Hezron. And let me see. These are all villages. Beersheba. Baala. So that one was changed. In the same scripture, it explains it here. It was called this name here. And then you have Ziklah, which is where King David used to be for a year and a few months. and are their villages. Zora, I just saw Shura actually, which is maybe not maybe wait maybe this one, no, this one. I saw it here. Zora, here it is. But then again, you have other places that are also called Zora, so you gotta watch out for that. So let me not really use that too much, but you can find it out by looking at other names. If these names are also close to it, then it's talking about that one. But if it's not, then I wouldn't really wanna mess myself up. But anyway, so Soka and okay, that Lachish, I know that one. That one again, I know that one, which is down there, which is the Zikla and the Lachish. I know because it's in the scriptures, and that all of them are in the scriptures. Sorry, but it's more specifically singled out where you could find it. Is look Lachish, because we had wars there, and also we had wars in Ziklag. We had wars in Carmel, which is where sorry, not a war in Carmel. We had war in Debir and Makada. I know that one because we had war there. I think it's in the book of Joshua 12 or Joshua 13, one of those. Mamre, we had wars there. And I know Carmel is where Judah got his other wife from, the Carmelite, Abigail the Carmelite. Let me see something. Abigail. Here, Nabal the Carmelite. Here, Abigail the wife. Let me see something here. The wife of Carmel. But Nabal, Carmel is a region, is a place. The only woman in the Hebrew Bible who is described as both intelligent and beautiful. No, she's not the only woman. You're lying again, goddamn devil. Esther was also one, and she actually helped the nation of Israel survive, and because she was a husband to a Syrian, if I'm correct. Sorry, she was not the husband. I mean, she was the wife to a king in the book of Esther 16 in the Apocrypha. But you had Judith, and also you had Deborah. You had. That's not true. That is not true. You had Judith also. She was supremely beautiful, and she was here. There was no such woman as beautiful as Judith, and she was smart. She was intelligent. Let me see. Here, Judith. Judith chapter 10 verse. And when they saw her, her countenance was altered, and her apparel was changed, because she put on different clothing. They wondered at her beauty very greatly, and said unto her, the God of our fathers gave thee favor, and accomplished thine enterprises to the glory of the children of Israel, because she is the reason that Holofernes, that captain, that great man, died. She killed him. She was very smart too. If you read the book of Judith, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. She was intelligent, bro. You know. Anyway, there's a difference between intelligence and smart. A smart man, he's book smart. He can read something and know about it. But intelligence is a person he doesn't need to read. He just knows it, and he learns fast. He could see something and just figure it out. That's intelligence. He's working on itself. Smart is he learns faster than you. He learns and he gets things faster than you because he's smart. And the intelligent one, he doesn't need to learn anything. He has it. If you learn him, he'll master it before you and better than you too. because he's intelligent. He can figure stuff out that you wouldn't think upon. So, but yeah, Judith had it also, very greatly, and because nobody could beat him, they was all kind of afraid. And then she was like, "No, I'm beautiful. I'm gonna do things, and the Lord's gonna help me." And He did, because she believed in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Just read the chapter for you, the book, not just the chapter. Read the book for yourself. Right. So that's a lie. What the devil just said right over here, that's a goddamn lie. And also, this bullshit. There's another one, which is First Timothy's. Which was it again?